Good morning, Colonel Bai. It's Thursday, May 14th.
I'm Keisha.
And I'm Jeremy. And here are your morning announcements.
To our 2020 graduates, we know that this was not the senior year you had hoped for. While there will be commencement ceremonies in the fall when we can ensure the safety of families and staff, we can try to find creative ways to celebrate the class of 2020. We have some ideas, but we want to hear from you. The thought exchange linked below will be open until Friday, May 15th, where you can suggest some ways we can celebrate the class of 2020 while following physical distancing recommendations. COVID-19 may have forced the delay of grade 12 commencement events until the fall, but we remain committed to recognizing their incredible successes and achievements of all graduates of the class of 2020.
We had a chance to sit down with Mr. Spidell and ask him about what CB is doing to help students manage learning from home. Let's see an ad on that.
I think our students and staff have responded really well to what's been an incredibly challenging experience over the past 2 months. There were a few growing pains at the beginning, certainly when we first began the Learn at Home model. But we talked to students, we talked to parents, and we talked to staff to try and find the best ways to deliver our educational programming in this unusual situation. We sought feedback, we integrated that feedback into our Learn at Home model Phase 2, and we continue to see an evolution of the approaches that we're using. I don't think it's easy, I don't think it's perfect, and I don't think it is at all a replacement for being together in the building that we all call Colonel Bai. Nevertheless, this is a reality we face, and I think the resilience, the creativity, and the innovation that our students and staff are showing through this whole process will truly minimize those impacts that we're seeing from what's been happening through this Learn at Home model. As we know, the Learn at Home model relies heavily upon the use of technology, whether it's using a personal device like a telephone, a laptop, a Chromebook, or a home computer. The only way that we've been able to effectively access the curriculum from home has been through the use of devices that rely upon the internet. In cases where students needed access to the internet but didn't have it at home or it was unreliable, we've been able to provide Wi-Fi hotspots to those students. Students who didn't have a reliable device at home, whether it was a laptop or a computer, have now been provided with a Chromebook to meet their needs. There may still be some students who lose that technology because it gets damaged or you lose service, and in those cases, we strongly encourage students to reach out to their guidance counselor or to a vice principal to let us know so that we can provide you with the technology you need to access the curriculum. The Learn at Home model certainly has its challenges, and we've seen our teachers have to go and evaluate their curriculum to see what expectations are the ones that are most essential to prepare students for success next year. That's including post-secondary studies, or if you're returning to Colonel Bai for the next year. In cases where we have had to set aside some expectations, we will be revisiting them next school year to ensure that the gaps that are being created this year in the Learn at Home model because of time constraints or because of the challenges faced with delivering it in the Learn at Home model can be filled. As we see schools around the world begin to reopen, their approaches are going to differ and vary based on the circumstances in that region. What we might see here in Ottawa could be very different from what we'll see in other parts of Ontario and other parts of Canada. The reason for that is our decisions will be guided by the advice of the Ottawa Public Health Authorities as well as the Ontario Ministry of Education. What will school look like when we open? We don't know. Will we have reduced class sizes? Will we have modified timetables? All of these options are being explored. They will be done with the interest of student and staff safety as the paramount deciding factor. I found a few things challenging with the COVID-19 pandemic and the Learn at Home model and self-isolation. Probably one of the toughest things was establishing a routine that was going to work for me. Because suddenly I don't have bells to answer to, I don't have a schedule that I'm following, so I had to create my own. That included what time should I wake up in the morning, when should I have certain meals, and when should I take a break from schoolwork as well. Also found communication really challenging. We have some incredible technology with phones, with Google Meet, with Skype, but nothing replaces the interpersonal connection you get when you have a face-to-face conversation. So I've really found that challenging. Probably something else that's really affected me since this pandemic really began. I really miss McDonald's. As for some of the things that I miss around Colonel By, well, there's a lot of things that I miss. I miss the building, I miss the neighborhood, but most of all, I miss seeing the people. I miss interacting with our students and our staff every day. There's a reason people become teachers. It's because they like to work with young people, and they like to see them learn, they like to see them try new things, they like to see them make mistakes and bounce back from those mistakes. Because as teachers, we know that we're helping you to become the people who are going to be taking over the world when we get older. It's a pretty exciting job. It's a very exciting responsibility. It's one that we take seriously. And when we don't get to see you every day, it's really one of the biggest challenges we face.
We hope everyone is safe and healthy during this time.
Summer school registration for OCDSB summer e-learning courses will be available starting Monday, May 4th. In-class or face-to-face summer school will not be offered this year. If you are interested in registering for e-learning summer school, the registration form will be available on the Colonel By Secondary School homepage under School News. Registration closes on June 12th. This summer, new courses will be offered. The following course codes are listed down below. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact your guidance counselor.
During this time, our IB kids would have been doing their IB exams. Hey Jeremy, what do you think they're doing now?
I think I have an idea. We were able to make a list of 10 things IB kids do while stuck at home. Let's go check it out.
And the IB diploma goes to
supposed to do with you now? I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Now that we're in quarantine, I can finally get enough sleep. I don't have to hit the snooze button anymore. I can wake up at 8 instead of 5:30. I'm feeling a lot more energetic. And after a day, I can finally get my 8 hours of sleep.
There's nothing to watch. Oh well, I'm back to Naruto again.
Our Father in Switzerland, have mercy. Damn it.
Sub the vector into the kinematics equation with respect to the amplitude and period of a sine curve to wait for it. Shoot! Target is hidden, but velocity is estimated to be the inverse of tan theta, taking into account Heisenberg's uncertainty equals a quick flick. Okay, quick maths. Target HP is equal to the derivative of time needed in an atom for quantum tunneling means pickaxe time.
Wow, they are definitely making the most out of their time.
Have you ever thought about going to school outside of Canada? Attend the Study and Go Abroad Virtual Education Fair on Thursday, May 21st. The fair will feature universities, professional schools, and colleges from Canada and around the world, offering undergraduate and postgraduate degrees, diplomas, and certificate programs. The fair will run from 8 to 2 on May 21st. It's free, but you must register on the Study and Go Abroad website linked below.
Attention CB. Yearbooks are still available, but they're running out fast. Let's go see an ad on that.
Yearbooks are still available to purchase, but are in limited supply. If you are interested in picking one up, please contact Mr. Virgo as soon as possible at scott.virgo@ocdsb.ca.
Remember to purchase your yearbook now. There are only a limited amount left.
Don't forget to check your school email, ManageBack, and Google Classroom every day and reach out to your teachers if you have any questions.
Well, that's all from us today, CB. Have a Thespian Thursday.